Hi, I hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a channeled message from your person. There are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is this crystal. Group 2 is this crystal. And group 3 is this crystal. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. You chose this crystal. So I'm going to start by pulling some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling and then dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. Channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And then I'll get some standalone message cards from your person's higher self and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, King of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, the Devil, 10 of Swords, and Temperance. I'm shielding this connection from outside interferences at this time because I need to be able to move towards you without all of the baggage and the strings that have been loosely tied to me for far too long that would only clutter the purity of what I hope to build with you in time. I know that your patience is wearing thin and that I have been very successful in giving you mixed messages as far as my intentions towards you and what I am going to actually do in the here and now. You have held your heart open to me for so long, and I have failed miserably in showing you that this was an appropriate investment of your trust, time, and energy. I know that I need to pick up the pace in closing out of cycles that no longer serve me, and I am moving as quickly as I can away from things that are merely the reflection of a version of myself that does not fit the future that I choose to create for myself and with you. But it is a hard process of learning what to let go of and what to simply invest more of myself into so that it can be reshaped alongside me into something of value and worth, both to myself and to the two of us in time. I am reminded of you on so many occasions, and it is a harsh reality to understand that I have gambled with the best thing that has happened to me in quite some time. I am on the losing side of this equation because I am having to move through this chapter of my reality in a solitary manner. Though I am surrounded by many people at this point in time, I feel like I am a stranger within rooms that once were comforting to me. It is becoming more and more obvious that I have outgrown the previous places that once served as a shelter and a niche for me. I need to make a decision and make it quickly as far as shifting my narrative arc in a profound and new direction, because I understand that if I continue to circle around these familiar tracks that are well worn and lead to inevitable disappointment in the end, that I will only end up looking back further down the road at the measure of my life with a heaviness of regret and will have no one to blame but myself for this. I can't ask you to spend any more time holding on to the hope and the belief that things will turn around between the two of us, and yet it is my secret prayer and wish that on the other side of pushing forth beyond a profound transformation that I know needs to take place, that it will be your smiling face shining through the crowd that comes to greet me. It is harder and harder for me to put on a mask that is appropriate and that pleases people around me who I have come to understand have only ever benefited from my brokenness. I am being prodded and goaded by people who are trying to get a rise and a reaction out of me, because the more I surrender into a place of healing and want something more for myself, the more others around me feel threatened and insecure. This has been a startling realization that I am in the wrong situation entirely in my life. I did not heed the warnings that you gave me, and it has been a rude awakening to realize you were right all along. I don't know at this point in time how to distance myself from certain things that have become entrenched. It seems like every direction that I turned, I am greeted only by a dead end or more confusion. And so I'm trying to take a methodical approach, to map out a secret course of action from deep within my hidden self that will be safe from prying eyes, alongside the feelings that I have for you that I keep tucked very close to me, because when I make my move to exit the circumstances that have now caused me to feel stifled and beyond a place of creative potential for the moment, I want to be able to shut the door to my past completely and firmly, and be able to invest myself not just in the possibility of what the future can look like, but actually have some foundation that I have laid very quietly behind the scenes upon which to build an entirely new life that I am hoping you will be a part of as well. You give me hope in my darkest hour, because although I am a spectator in your life, watching afar from the shadows, I see you taking risks and leaps of faith that are based purely on trust alone, not knowing if you will succeed or fail, and yet you are driven by something, by an urge greater than your need to have all the answers, and that is the urge towards change and the understanding that it just might be possible to live your best life, not as a theory, but as a reality in the here and now. I am monitoring closely the ways in which you shift your tone and where your attention goes, and this is encouraging me as well, that I don't need to be bold and blunt in the ways in which I announce my next move, but am able to subtly shift into a version of myself and what I am pouring my efforts into, that will in time be the reflection, the fruit that is tended very carefully from seeds of potential that are all my own, that will show to others and to myself that the harvest I have believed is possible inside of myself, that is based on truth and love, can truly become a reality through patience and time. I look forward to the moment when I no longer have to keep my feelings for you veiled in secrecy. It breaks my heart, the idea that there has always been something intense and strong between the two of us, and yet the time is not right for it to be known out in the light of day. I hope that you understand that I do not like the circumstance between us. I wish I could turn back the hands of time and make different choices, but since I am powerless to do that, I can only hope to find a way forward beyond this distance which separates us, so that it is you I am coming home to each day, and together we can plan for a brighter future for the two of us. So, those are your messages. Let's see what else your person wants you to know. Okay, and we have, don't think because we don't talk, I don't want you, because I do. I've thought about living together. I've been expanding my spiritual knowledge. I've been sending you messages in the 5D. You're so different, but that's why I love you. No one can change my love for you. I love you. This whole twin flame stuff scares me sometimes. I really do miss you a lot. And I know more than you think. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. You've got D, Y, K, S, X, P, E, P, T, A, E, V, N, Y, H, T, I, A, and M. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. You chose this crystal. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energies surrounding that, channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and then I'll get some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have Death, Page of Cups, Four of Cups, Justice, Three of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. I turned my attention away for just a moment, and then you were gone, like the blink of an eye, and it has brought down a crashing reality about the generosity of love that you once showed me that I took for granted, and it has brought forth an unsettled feeling inside of myself, because I don't want our story to end this way. I know I am now tasked with doing unthinkable things as far as confronting the nature of my own shadow, what would cause me to keep you at arm's length when everything inside of me was screaming that I should have pulled you closer, and so that I am now forced to sit on the other side of the reality that you are living as time passes and we become more distant to one another. Because I know it is not outside of the realm of possibility that I can empower this connection. I can help to change our future with one another for the better. But as much as you have summoned all the courage inside of you to choose yourself because you are not having your emotional needs met or fulfilled by me completely and in many ways at all, that it is now up to me. The ball is now in my court to gather what courage I have and to create it where I find it lacking inside of myself, to finally be able to stand up and become the person I have known for so long that I need to consciously develop into, rather than complacently remaining as the easy version of myself that had suited certain needs before, but which I know will only lead to an energy of disappointment further down the road. I don't want to miss the opportunity to reconnect with you, and I understand that the choice that you have made has opened up a new series of possibilities for you. I feel that there are other people on your horizon who may have more to offer you at face value than I could, even with the greatest improvements within myself. And so there are times where I become overwhelmed and simply close off within my shell, telling myself that it's too little too late, that I missed my opportunity with you, and perhaps in another life we will have another chance with one another. And then I am filled with what I can only describe as divine intervention, pumping from a place deeply inside of myself that charges me and causes me to get up and move out of my own way for a change, to gather up hope rather than lingering in the energy of pessimism, because I know I need to at least give it the effort to see if there is a chance to repair what has been torn asunder, or if you could ever look at me with the same level of love and light in your eyes that once shined so brightly and trustingly when it came to our connection. Because I know that I have it in me to change, just as you have embarked on your own unique journey of transformation, and that together we might be stronger because of this rift that is settled between the two of us, an uncomfortable silence that serves a purpose for each of our own individual needs, that in many ways is the product of my own hubris and pride, but at the same point in time feels to be something that was a divine intervention in and of itself, so that we could each have time to really come close to who we are as a person and be able to make choices that resonate with ourselves as a soul in order to write a very different story of what life can look like from this point forward, rather than continuing to dwell in the nature of consequence from choices made in previous chapters when we were younger and not as self-aware as we are right now. It feels that we are walking parallel paths in this reality. I catch little glimpses of things that you are going through or things that you say, and they seem to reflect very precisely my own experiences. Oftentimes there will be circumstances where I meet you in the dream space or within a deep meditation, when my mind has not wandered but has seemed to venture very intentionally to a place where you and I are one. And then I see that reflected in my material world that at first struck me as simply a coincidence, but now happens with such frequency and specificity that I know that there is something more to it than meets the eye. You have caused me to question the nature of the reality that I am living from the inside out. And although I am a person who is deeply rooted within myself and resistant to change at all costs, I have no choice at this point but to soften to the reality that there is something deep and an unexplainable happening between the two of us. And no matter how much I try to resist and fight this current, that I am pulled back to a place of recognizing any change that has to take place, even if it is hard, is ultimately for the betterment of myself, for you, and for what we can become together in time. I wish that I had the ability to communicate many of the thoughts that roll around in my mind, because you feel to be the only person on earth who would be able to understand what I am going through, or at least hold space for me while I am questioning everything and coming to a place of being comfortable within the sheer unknown of it all. I hope that on the other side of this period where we watch each other from afar, that there will be the opportunity to reconnect, to make up for lost time, and to do a better job of appreciating one another, both for our similarities and our differences. I am trying to learn to have compassion for myself just as you have compassion for yourself. I am learning from your living example, and I thank you for teaching me about the different ways that one can find to be both self-loving and to exude love in all ways at all times. You have not been selfish by closing your doors to me so abruptly. You have instead inspired me to get up and seek out change very consciously, because I don't want to become an afterthought in your world. I hope that your heart heals from the disappointment of what may seem to be waiting in vain for me, only to have me choose complacency rather than the adventure of what our love story could be with one another. I was a fool for settling into a comfortable rut that has only led to the familiar sense of disappointment that I know so well. I long for you. I crave to be in your presence. I want some alone time with you where we can simply gaze into one another's eyes and speak all those unspoken words that linger so close to the surface within the two of us. So those are your messages. Let's see what else your person wants you to know. Okay, and we have Give Me a Chance. Just know I'm obsessed with you. I've looked into tarot readings. I was in denial. I know more than you think. This whole twin flame stuff scares me sometimes. You really have been by my side. I see that. I do cherish you for that. I've thought about having a family with you. My nerves have been getting the best of me. And I don't want to hide this connection anymore. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. We've got T, N, N, A, L, C, G, Z, P, A, B, X, H, O, I, R, R, G, O, M, and U. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. Chose this crystal. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energies surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and then I'll get some standalone message cards, and then I will get some initials to close out the reading. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, the Emperor, Ace of Wands, 5 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to bask in the thrill of the chase. The fact that you have now removed your energy from my level of accessibility has only awakened a hunger inside of me that will not be quenched until I find a way to bridge this distance between the two of us. I was waiting for a sign that it was time to make a move towards you, and you yourself have provided that in such an eloquent and obvious manner. I encourage you to continue to choose you above all other things, because this is helping me to see you from a different sort of light than I was able to comprehend you within before, and it is only making me more certain that you are my perfect match in each and every way. I love your fierce independence and the ways in which you are stubborn and yet yielding. You are somebody who uses your own mind and is not swayed by popular trends or the opinions of others. You are self-sustaining in so many ways, and it feels to me that if we were able to link our lives up with one another in a permanent sense, that we would become unstoppable, an unquenchable fire that would sustain us both within good times and within difficult hours. You are somebody that I see as a champion for the force of love itself, because everything you do seems to be infused with a higher awareness of the purpose that you have in this lifetime, and your willingness at all costs to erode the things which block you from fulfilling that, so that your light can shine unapologetically and brightly and in new and unusual ways that simply fascinate me like nothing else I have ever experienced. I love to watch you when you are shining brightest, when you are moving as if you have not a care in the world. Although I know you so well that I understand the heaviness that you hold inside your heart, both from the things that I have put you through foolishly and from circumstances that predated my arrival in your life. You wear your pain like the finest diamonds around your neck, and one would be truly surprised to understand the nature of what life has asked of you in order to carve out this perfect picture that I see before me, that is you in your ever-evolving manifestation in the here and now. You are the bravest person that I know because you live your truth so loudly. You are someone that, despite everything that has happened, you have not closed your heart, not even in the littlest bit. So please do not mistake and think that you are blocking off any blessings, any discernment that you are having to put in place, any personal boundaries that have been created through my actions or simply because of who you have discovered yourself to be at this point in your own personal journey. Should not be looked at as things which need to be softened or taken down in order to experience that best beautiful life for yourself. But instead you need to recognize that you have finally put yourself on the pedestal, like I have hoped for so long that you would come to the place of understanding that it is so necessary to do. And I, for one, am excited that I now have this opportunity to pull out all the stops and to become the most authentic and romantic version of myself just for you, so that I can earn my way into that vacant place by your side that I know has my name on it, but I know is also something that I must earn through my efforts and consistency with you from this point forward. I am looking internally to see where I have gotten in my own way of abundance as far as a mindset and the life I have created for myself. I am steadily making changes to perfect certain aspects of my character that I had not understood thoroughly until I encountered you, or that I was afraid would be rejected by everyone, and so I kept them tucked deeply away within my shadow. But I have come to understand them as strengths because I see their perfect complement and match inside of you. You are helping me to blossom into the better version of myself because you are so fearless in the ways in which you insist that that must be done with yourself as well. I love both your strength, your ferocity, and your quiet and gentle side that you typically show to no one. It feels like a privilege to have caught a glimpse of so many sides of you that are reserved only for the most exclusive energies and presences. It feels like there is a face of you that I have not seen yet that will be that grand prize that I am able to experience when I finally have taken all the steps necessary to solidify my understanding of who I am as a person and have done what is necessary in order to create permanence between the two of us in the here and now. Although our connection is slow moving at this time in terms of its progress in the material world, I feel that we are shifting timelines at such a rapid rate that it is both exhilarating and makes me dizzy. So forgive me if my energy blinks out of your awareness from time to time. I am simply caught in the dazzle of what I see before me, what I am able to feel inside, what my surrender to the pull of your energy has done to me, mind, body, and soul, in ways that I look forward to describing to you and to experiencing the fullness of what that can mean for us in terms of physical 3D union. You are always on my mind, and I speak to you every day from deep within my heart space. I look forward to the moment when we have some quiet, private time to ourselves, when we can simply take off the masks that the world requires of us and be ourselves, both in that innocent and wise way that we are so adept at doing, that is natural and never forced when we are in the presence of one another. You are my favorite person in the whole world. Please only change what you feel deep inside is necessary for you. I love everything about you, and even the parts of you that I struggle to understand or that conflict with certain deeply entrenched belief systems within me. I have learned to come to a place of holding space for them. I find it endearing that there is so much that intersects about us, and yet also things which are contradictory. You are the best fit for me out of everyone I have met in this wide world that I have traveled many times over. Please don't think that I have eyes for anyone else. My attention is undivided and focused only upon you. So those are your messages. Let's see what else your person wants you to know. Okay, and I have a lot of gratitude for you. I want to reconcile with you. I've been receiving your telepathic messages. No one can change my love for you. I do want us to be in a relationship. I've thought about you spending time with my family and me. You're so different, but that's why I love you. I've been sending you messages in the 5D. When we first met, I just always had this feeling about you. And it feels like something is missing without you around. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got Q, R, I, V, E, K, J, E, N, U, F, B, N, B, L, O, M, U, G, D, and Z. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.